Hi Year 1, welcome to your Maths Home Learning video for Tuesday the 23rd of March. For those of you who don't know me quite yet, I am Miss Charlesworth and I'm going to be doing your Maths Home Learning videos throughout the bubble closure. So we are going to be working in our Year 1 Maths booklets, which you should have from the previous lockdown. So we are resuming with those. And today we're on page 17. So make sure you have your booklet ready. You'll also need your whiteboard and your pen so you can join in with me. And then it will be useful to have your exercise book or some paper and a pencil so you can do my challenges at the end of today's video. So if you have a little look on page 17, you will see that today's learning is all about the number line. So here I have a number line from 0 all the way to 10. So a number line to 10. And I know year 1, you all know your numbers fluently to 10. So here we've got 0 and it goes up and you can jump to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, count with me, 8, 9, 10. So there's my number line to 10. Now you can see my pictures of my Numicon that match. There's 1, 2, 3. Now, what do you notice about the numbers as we jump? So we've jumped from 0 all the way up to 10. What are they getting? Well done if you said bigger. They're getting bigger each time because each time we jump, we're adding 1 more. They are getting bigger by 1. So as we move from the left, so here's the left at 0. As we move to the right and go this way to the right, the numbers are getting bigger. So we are adding 1 each time. The opposite to that then is going to the left. So if we start here at 10, so if we start on the right hand side at 10 and we move left, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, count with me, 3, 2, 1. We can see, especially if we look at the Numicon, that the numbers are getting smaller. Okay, so we are taking 1 away each time. They are getting smaller by 1. So I've got a number covered up on my number line. I've got a star number. I wonder if you can work out which one is missing. So if you're unsure, start at 0. And remember, as we jump, we're adding 1. So I've got 0, 1, 2, 3. Say it with me. 4. Well done. If you worked out that the star number was 4, that was the number we were missing. Good job. Okay, this time I've taken away the Numicon to make it a little bit trickier, but I still think you'll find it really, really easy. Okay, so I've got another star number. Remember, start at 0 and go to the right. The numbers get bigger, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What will my next number be? I'm sure you've worked it out already. Now, that was a bit of a long way to do it, so I didn't need to go all the way back to 0. I could have just started at 8 because that's the last number I see. I can spot that I'm going up in 1s each time. So I could just go 8, and my next number is 9. Well done if you knew that already. It is 9. Okay then. So we can use the number line to work out which number is bigger. So remember, it goes up, and if we start on the left, the numbers are smaller, and as we jump, they get bigger. So, which is bigger, 5 or 9? So I'm going to highlight the number 5, spare Luke, and the number 9. So thinking about our method of going from left to right, the numbers get bigger, so starting at 0, which one's bigger, 5 or 9? Can you write it on your whiteboards for me? So I've got my whiteboard here. I'm going to write the bigger number. Which one has more ones? Which one is bigger? And show me or shout it at me. Well done if you said 9. And we know it's bigger because it has more ones and it's further along our number line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's further along, more towards the right, so that makes it bigger. Let's look at another one. Which is bigger, 7 or 4? Okay, so there's 7, there's 4. Which one's going to be bigger? Remember, the numbers get bigger as we move to the right. So the number that's furthest along, I'm going to draw an arrow. Miss Charlesworth needs to get better at using this pen, but bear with me. There we go. So which one's further along the number line and which one is bigger? Write it down for me. And 1, 2, 3, show me. It's 7. I'm sure you knew that because 7 has more ones. It's bigger than 4. Okay. So we can jump on a number line to work out sums. So let's practice our jumps. So on your whiteboard, I'd like you to copy the number line on the screen. So you're going to draw a straight line. You might need to get your adult to help you, or it doesn't matter if it's a little bit wonky because we're just having a practice. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to draw a number line and write on the numbers 1 to 10. Okay, I'm doing mine with you so we can do it together. So here's my number line. So if you haven't got a number line just yet, pause the video and draw one for me, and then we'll practice doing our jumps. So I'm going to have a go at doing mine on screen. Now, remember, Miss Charlesworth isn't very good with this pen, but I'll try my best. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to start at 0 and jump to 1. Just one jump like that. Okay, and I'll show you on my whiteboard too. I'm going to start at 0 and jump to 1. Okay. Now we'll jump to 2. See if you can carry on jumping in ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So make sure you pause the video and have a practice of doing your jumps on a number line. It might seem really easy, but we often struggle with this skill. So make sure you have a little practice for me. Okay, so we've just practiced our jumps, and like I said, we can use a number line to work out sums. So this says, circle the number that is 2 more. We know more means it's bigger, so 2 more than 5. So I'm going to find the number 5 on my number line. So I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I've got 5. I'm going to highlight it so you can all see. It says circle the number that is 2 more. So how many jumps do we need to do, year 1, if we need to find 2 more? I'm sure you've worked it out. We need to do 2 jumps. So 2 more. So remember, numbers get bigger when we move to the right. So I'm making my number 5 bigger by 2. So I'm going to do 2 jumps. So there's 1 jump, 2 jumps, and then shout out that number. What have I landed on? Well done if you said 7. So the answer is 7. I've circled it. It's 2 more than 5. So I've done 2 jumps. Okay. This time it says circle the number that is 1 less than 3. And I'd like you to do this one on your whiteboard. So you might want to rub off some of your jumps, but keep your number line. And you're going to circle the number that is 1 less. Now that means the number's getting smaller. If it's less, it's getting smaller. So we're going to be jumping the other way. We're going to be jumping to the left. So circle the number that is 1 less than 3. I'll give you time to do it. Right, so to do that, you need to find 3. So I've highlighted 3. Okay, so on my whiteboard, I might just put a little line by 3. Okay, I need to find 1 less. So if I'm finding less, it's getting smaller. So I am jumping to the left. So I'm going that way. So I need to do 1 jump because I need to find 1 less. I'll show you on my whiteboard too. Okay, what number have we landed on? So we started on 3, we've landed on 2. Well done if you got the answer. Okay, so I have gone through all of your question types on page 17. I have got some challenges and something a little bit extra for some of you to do afterwards. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video to complete page 17. Okay. Right then, you should have all completed page 17. Now, everybody is welcome to join in with this challenge. So you can all have a go, but I especially would like Miss James's math set and Miss Evans's math set to have a go at my challenge. So if you worked with me in maths last week, don't worry about completing this. If you want to have a go, well done, I'll be super proud. But don't worry, I just want Miss Evans and Miss James's set to do this especially. So I've got a video to show you guys which will help to explain what we're doing next. So we're going to look at greater than, less than, and equal to. So let's have a look at the video to help us.
There was an alligator living in the swamp who'd sneak up on numbers and start to chomp. Whenever 2 numbers sat on the ground, she'd face the bigger one and gobble it down. When there are 2 numbers that are the same, the gator changes form and she swaps her name. Because she isn't sure exactly how to dine, she stands right in the middle as an equal sign. Number gators like to eat what's greater. They turn their backs on what is less. Their mouths open wide for the bigger side, and they munch down the whole great mess.
For more songs, games, and original stories, visit Brainsy.com.
Okay, so that video is telling us all about number gators, and it says they like to eat what's greater, and that's because alligators or crocodiles are greedy. So remember that fact, alligators or crocodiles are greedy, so they like to chomp the bigger or the greater number. So here I've got the numbers 8 or 2. So thinking about that greedy crocodile, which number would it eat? Well done. If you know, it would eat 8, because as we can see from the pictures of the Numicon, 8 has got more ones. It is a bigger or greater number. So in my circle, I'm going to draw my greater than sign. So there is my crocodile's mouth, and it is opening to the bigger number. It will chop the greater number. It turns its back on what is less. Okay, so that means that 8 is greater than 2. Let's try another one. Okay, so here I've got some base 10, so I need to work out the numbers. Okay, so looking at this box here, put a little line underneath. Can you work out what that number is? Write it on your whiteboard for me. So you've got 110. So I know that this is 10. Your next number is 11, 12, 13. Well done if you'd wrote 13. So we've got 110 and 3 ones. 13. Okay, then on to the next number. Can you write me that number on your whiteboard? I'm going to have a go so I can see I've got my 110. How many ones have I got? Let's count them all. Okay, I'm going to give you a chance to write it down, and then shall we see if we've got the same? 1, 2, 3. Show me. Did you get 15 too? Well done if you did. So we've got 110. And then we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 5 ones. Okay, thinking about our alligator then, or our crocodile, which one would they eat? Would they eat 13 or 15? Well done if you know it's 15. And the reason it's 15 is because it's got more ones. So you can see that the 10s are the same. They've each got 1 10. So 13 as 1 10 and 15 as 1 10. So if the 10s are the same, we look at the ones. So I can see I've got 3 ones here and 5 ones here. So 15 would be a bigger number because it's got more ones. So my number gator would chomp the number 15 and open its mouth wide, facing 15. So that says 13 is less than 15. Okay, right, this time then, I want you to work out this number here. Okay, we've got no ones there, but how many 10s have we got? What number will that be? 2 10s. Write it down for me. 1, 2, 3. Show me. It's 20. 10 and 10 is 20. So I've got 2 10s and 0 ones. So I've got 20. Okay, let's look at the next number then. Now I know you've been doing base 10 and building numbers with Miss Evans and Miss James. So see if you can work me out this next number. I've got 110, so that's 10. Count on for me. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You should have wrote 16. So I've got 20 and 16. Now, I know that 20 has got 2 10s, and I know that 16 has got 1 10. Now, 16, we know, has got more 1s. Okay, and if we counted up all of the objects, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 objects there. So it does look like it's more, but the 10s are worth more. Okay, so 10s have a greater value or a bigger value than 1. So because I've got 2 10s in 20 and I've only got 1 10 in 16, that tells me that 20 is bigger. And if we were counting, if we were thinking about a number line, we'd have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 comes after 16, so it's bigger. So the number gator or the crocodile will chomp up the number 20, okay, because it's got more 10s, so it's a bigger number. Right then, for today's task, what I'd like you to do, and this is your challenge that I'd like you to complete in your exercise book or on some paper, is to complete these sums. So in the boxes, you've got to fill in your number gator sign. So remember, the crocodile eats the bigger number. Now, if you haven't got any paper, you could do it on your whiteboard and send in a picture to the Year 1 email. So there's a set of questions for Miss James's set and a set of questions for Miss Evans's set. If you are feeling amazing today and you want to do them both, well done you. Okay, but I know that in Miss James's set, we've been working to numbers up to 50, whereas Miss Evans's set, I've been looking at numbers up to 100. Okay, so make sure you choose the right one. So if I was in Miss James's set, I would write a number 8, and you could draw a box like on the board, on the video, and then a 5. Okay, so I've got 8 and then a box and 5, and then I would put in the missing symbol. So I'm going to draw my crocodile. We'll do the first one together. I know that 8 is greater than 5, so the crocodile will chomp up 8. Okay, just like that. I'm sure you'll do amazing today. Make sure you pause the video now so you can see the set of questions, and I will see you tomorrow.